Yo, what's poppin', guys? What's going on? What's up? What's up? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't really planning on streaming today. But I'm just gonna get on just in case. You know what I mean? We the market is kind of moving a little bit, so maybe we can get something going. All right, guys. But hopefully all is well, man. Hopefully all is well. All right. So coming to market open, obviously we can see that we took out a level of liquidity. We are selling off quite a bit. And maybe we can get a nice read going. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Maybe not from the 5 minute, maybe off the 5 minute. Oh, maybe. Okay, actually, we can off the 5 minute. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention to it. But yeah, okay. So coming to market open today, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I'm gonna stay cash for myself for today. I think I might just do commentary. I've made more than enough for this week for me to be satisfied with it. So I don't want to risk giving anything back on a Friday. And by the way, guys, now that I have most of your guys' attention in here, guys, wait, let me make sure that I'm streaming. Yeah, I am. Okay. Guys, next week, Monday, this coming Monday, the markets will be closed. So we have a long weekend ahead of us. If you guys don't know this, now you know. All right. The markets will be closed on Monday for Labor Day. All right. If you're not in the US, I think Labor Day is a US thing. I don't know. But yeah, if you don't know, now you know what I mean? The markets will be closed on Monday. All right. So don't even bother getting on. It's not gonna be opened. All right. Only US Labor Day. Okay, cool. But yeah, just in general, since you're trading the US market, you know what I mean? It's gonna be closed. All right, guys. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, coming to market open, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, not the craziest open for sure. I don't know if it's the cleanest open this week. It's definitely not extremely choppy, but just definitely pretty slow for sure. Now coming to market open, we did take out this London low right down here, which we can probably form something out of, most likely, because we can get a very, very nice reversal trade. I mean, it's kind of working out already on the 5 minute. It seems like we're filling up the fair value gap that I kind of wanted to look to inverse. So we'll see. I don't really think we have anything off the 1 minute, right? Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, no, not enough, not enough. But yeah, no, we're probably gonna fill this fair value gap. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, I'm not really expecting the most from today. I feel like for this week, the market has done its job for sure. It's done its thing. Hopefully, we can carry the price action that we've had for the last like few days of this week over into September. So we can have a really, really good month on our hands. But we'll see. We'll see. We can only hope. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, for now, I'm gonna be looking at the setup. Like I said, I'm gonna be staying cash for myself for today, so I'm just gonna be doing some commentary, just doing some tape reading, and just back testing for myself as well. But for now, I'm gonna be looking at this possible deal Wall Street that we can get here on the 5 minute time frame. All right, guys. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and type something up here on the setups to watch channel. So give me literally 2 seconds. All right, guys. All right, cool. Let me make sure. Well, downside. Okay, so coming into market open, and Q went ahead and took out the turn. Okay, so downside. Let's see what type of reaction NQ has from this London. My bias is leaning more towards bullish here, as price went ahead and took out the downside deal well, and still has the upside deal to take out. Now for the upside drawing liquidity, I'm gonna mark out maybe like these two. It's not really a big difference. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, so my bias is leaning more towards bullish here, as price went ahead and took out the downside drawn liquidity, being the London low. So, but yeah. Oh, yeah, we're probably gonna take a 572 as well then. You know, we might as well then. But we'll see. waiting to see if buyers can step in and start holding above 23,612.50 to confirm the sweep. If we can get the sweep confirmation with buying aggression kicking in, I'd be interested. I'm interested in looking to take longs from the 5-minute bearish IG model. Oh my god, we are selling off like crazy. Jeez. Okay, yeah, no, we definitely took out more liquidity. Is there any news coming out today? I don't think so. But this dump is wow, definitely crazy. But yeah, everything is listed below on the chart visually. All right, there you go. Okay, so I got the commentary written up. Okay, so what is going on today? Let me see, because okay, so now that we know that ES also took out a level of liquidity, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna have to clean out my chart. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to delete all of this. So yeah, ES took out a London low here just now. So maybe that's why we sold off. I don't know. I mean, we definitely created a whole nother 5-minute fair value cap if this can hold. So instead of looking to inverse this one, we can look to probably trade something from here, because we did take out a level of liquidity at 572, and if we're so close already, we might as well take out the level of liquidity at 539. I mean, why not? You get what I'm saying? Why not? And then we can just look to inverse this if it's possible. But that's if we get the bullish reaction. You know what I mean? If all the confirmations hold up, we can definitely look to take it. But yeah, no, this setting is very strong for today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know why we didn't get it off open. We got it like randomly 17 minutes into open. But yeah. Yeah, but for now I'm gonna see if I can like kind of form a bullish bias headed more into open. I get it. Right now we're selling off and everything, but keep in mind the whole reason as to why we're selling off is because we have objectives, and the reason as to why I'm not looking for shorts is because the objectives have pretty much been hit. All right, guys. So it's not the smart thing to do to chase longs. I mean, chase shorts as it's already playing out in our favor. All right, guys. So pretty much right now I'm trying to see if we can like kind of get a nice reaction here, and if we're able to, then of course I mean we can definitely work with something here. All right. But yeah, ES also yeah for sure took out that London low. So yeah, let's see if we can get some nice seller weakness here, and then we can for sure work with that. But I gotta edit now. I gotta like retype or not retype, just fix up the setups to watch text alert that I was gonna put out, because now that we took out more levels of liquidity, obviously. So yeah, let me see. So coming into New York Open, and Q went ahead and took out. Oh yeah, I have to put out that live on YouTube. I completely forgot. YouTube was good, guys. I completely forgot about you guys, man. My bad. What's good, YouTube? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on, let me put out that on live real quick. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let me reread the commentary so I can make sure that I put out the right thing that we're watching. Okay, so coming to New York Open, NQ went ahead and took out the drawn liquidity to a downside, while it hasn't taken any deal to the upside. I'm looking to see what type of reaction it has from these levels of liquidity, from these levels of the getting taken out. Keep in mind that it was just taken out, so it could take some time to form a bias and see a reaction from these levels. All right, I'm actually hoping. Yeah, I was about to say I'm hoping we're able to take off 539. But now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really hoping we're able to see some buying trying to step in. Obviously not enough to fill this fair value, but I don't think we're gonna fill it. But you never know. But if anything, I'll be looking to inverse this fair value cap right here. It wouldn't be a bad trade. That's only if buyers can step in. It would be a really, really good trade. But yeah, my bias is leaning more towards bullish here, but not fully confirmed bullish. Not fully confirmed bullish yet. Yet, as price went ahead and took out the downside drawn liquidity. Took liquidity and still has upside. Okay, take out. I'm gonna see if buyers can step in and start holding above. Now we want to see us hold above 23,539. If we can't hold above that, then I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm just gonna get off because I'm not looking to take shorts today. The initial move kind of already worked out here. But yeah, let's see if we can get the DOLC confirmation with buying aggression kicking in. I'd be interested in looking to take longs from this 5-minute bearish IFG entry model. Everything is listed below on the chart visually. Okay, there you go. Okay, so yeah, guys. So what I want to see here is mainly. So right here we have a fair value gap. Obviously, we all know that, right? This candle is, in fact, more than a fair value gap. So yeah, it's about a 62-point candle right here. And now that we took out most of the levels of liquidity to the downside, that being the London low, external, and external low below, right? Obviously, if you guys go on like the higher time frame, like the 30-minute time frame, you guys will see that, yeah, last night we created a London low. The day before, yeah, which was Thursday, we created an external, then another external right here, and then we have the Asia, which I'm hoping we don't see too much. All right, but yeah, for the most part, we took out a pretty good amount of levels of liquidity to the point where we can get something going. All right, so right here, I mean, right now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're getting the reaction that we want to see, which is off the 5-minute time frame, right? We want to see buyers stepping in and trying to gain control. Not enough for the next 3 minutes because obviously we want to hold up the gap, right? So we want to stay in this range for some time. All right, but in the meantime, we want to see if we can hold above this level of liquidity to confirm the sweep. We get enough buying pressure to confirm that we want to go higher into the liquidity above, right? I'm gonna delete all this real quick. Into the liquidity above. And if we could do that, then we could possibly just look to take an inverse off this fair value gap, target this fair value gap, target this internal, target this London, and then we could target just the previous day high, which was 804, which I don't really think we're going to see today. It's not really realistic, but you never know, right? We can have an ultra bullish day out of nowhere just because something happens in the market, right? But right now, the whole game plan is looking for something like this, in my opinion. This would be pretty good because right now we are kind of confirming the deal sweep. And the reason I'm saying kind of is because the candle hasn't closed just yet. So we don't really know. But in the meantime, as we're talking right now, we do have the deal sweep. So all we need now is pretty much enough buying pressure in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, not right now, right? We need enough buying pressure to kick in to go ahead and inverse this fair value gap to then target the highs above. So we can look, if we can look to take something like that, we can probably get an inverse from this fair value gap right over here, which is about 62 points. By the way, a full candle, you know, making a valid fair value cap. And we can look to target, let's not target 804. I feel like that's very unrealistic. We can look to just target the London high, which is more realistic, 150 points. And then since price is a little bit volatile today, I'm not gonna lie to you guys in the 5-minute time frame, we could look to use like a 35-point stop loss, something like this. Now, one thing I will say, guys, is I know I'm breaking this down to the T and it looks super good, but for those tuning in and all that good stuff, guys, for me, for myself, for today, I will not be trading. I am extremely satisfied with the profits that I made this week. As you guys know, we caught a beautiful we caught a 100-point trade on Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember which of the two. We caught a 75-point trade on Thursday and on Wednesday, and we caught a 80-point trade yesterday. I am more than green. All right, guys. So I'm not trying to risk giving anything back into the markets. So yeah. All right, guys. So just so you guys can understand on that. But if you guys want to go ahead and trade today, and we're gonna trade regardless. And if you guys want to settle, I mean, there's one right in front of your face. You know what I mean? That's pretty much why I'm on right now. All right, so I can back this a little bit. I can get some charts going and all that good stuff. All right. And by the way, now that I have most of you guys' attention as well, guys, if you guys don't know, remember, I'm giving away 20 funded accounts on Tuesday. So if you guys obviously want to learn more about that, just check out the announcements channel. It's all there. All right, guys. So yeah, or the giveaway channel as well. All right. But yeah, just so you guys don't forget about that. All right, because yeah, on Tuesday, because remember, I'm gonna be doing it on Tuesday because I'm obviously not gonna be going live on Monday. Because it's Labor Day, right? The markets are closed. There's no point in me getting on. So I'll just move the giveaway winners or announcing the giveaway winners over to Tuesday, all right, on stream. All right, guys. But yeah. But now in the meantime, it seems like we're probably gonna. I don't want to jinx it, right? You never know. But it seems like we're gonna hold this fair value gap right now. I'm just hoping that price doesn't really reject too hard to the point where we continue lower because we don't want to look to take shorts, right? We don't want to waste our time here. We want to look to take something into longs. For the most part. All right. So mainly I want to look for an inverse off this fair value gap, but we can't afford to have sellers stepping in right now, right? We can't have sellers stepping in and holding below this level of liquidity because it just wouldn't make sense. All right. So we need buyers to really kick in the same way we kicked in right here, but we need them to kick in. It's good that we've held the fair value gap. So we have an entry model throughout the day. That's a good thing. But obviously we want to finish the day early. So we're hoping that buyers can step in right now. All right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see for sure. All right, guys. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and focus on putting out this commentary real quick for everyone to go ahead and check out and read for the people that aren't tuning into the stream. Let me make sure I highlight this because I know a lot of people are going to get it confused. But yeah, I'm really hoping that we're able to flip this back up, because if we don't, then this setup is just going to take forever to play out. I mean, like I said, guys, if shorts is going to be the movement of today, I'm not even gonna answer you guys. I'm not even gonna bother trading it or even trying to get a read from it. Cause like I said, guys, I'm not gonna look to chase shorts here when all of the objectives already got hit. Those objectives being the London, the external, another external, Asia, and so on, right? I don't really care about target signals. If the market wants to go ahead and take it out, so be it. But I'm not gonna bother like trying to give you guys any reads into it, because that's literally just chasing. You know what I mean? The market already sold off like what? 150 points off open. I'm not looking to take more, right? I'm just gonna wait on the reversal. If we get it, if we don't, we come back Tuesday. All right, guys. But yeah, we'll see. Because so far, yeah, we're getting full on flips. So we'll see how this holds for sure. But yeah, man, the whole market is taking a big hit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sure why. I don't really think any bearish news came out or anything. Let me see, Blast, thank you for updating your screen. I can read it again. Yeah, bro, a lot of people were telling me about it. So I just went ahead and I'll just show you guys the P&L after the trade is done. I feel like that'll be easier for everyone. There's also a previous day low on NQ. Where is it at? I mean, previous day. I mean, we kind of already took it out, no? Yeah, we did. Wasn't it like right here, the 539 level? I could be wrong. Where is the previous day low? Should be this one. I don't know. Whatever it is. I mean, we're selling off into either way. But yeah. Yeah, no, the whole market is red today, like crazy. I mean, it'll be crazy if we reverse this back into green. It's possible, but if we want to see that, we need to start with the opening volume, trying to reverse going forward. You know what I mean? But right now, guys, the whole mission, or the whole the whole objective, is to see if price can start holding above 540. Pretty much, if we can hold above 540, we can start looking to be bullish. All right. Right now, like I said, I'm leaning more towards bullish because I'm waiting for a reaction. But if we don't get that reaction, then obviously we can't really work with anything as to what we're seeing. All right, so we need to make sure that buyers are able to step in. Once you start seeing 540, then we can start using this this entry model as like more of, you know what I mean? We can actually use it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess it's kind of like a waiting game. Remember, we're barely even 30 minutes to market open, so anything can still happen. But right now it's just kind of stay patient and just wait for the market to give us something. If not, then we stay cash and come back another day. All right. Blast, do you see the 15-minute fair value gap above our entry? Yeah, I mean, if the buying pressure kicks in strong, because remember, we don't want to be entering up here. We don't want to be waiting for the whole move to happen, which is over 123 points from right now. We don't want that to happen to then enter and get a 30-point price target. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather risk it a little bit, and if buyers are stepping in really strong, then inversing this fair value gap shouldn't be an issue. But if you guys don't like that idea and you don't want to do it, then obviously you could just move on from the trade. What's good, MF? What's up, bro? The 10 a.m. candle? We'll see. Yeah, the silver bullet, no? Mark this on ES real quick. I don't have any levels on ES, so I don't really know where the level where it wants to reverse from. I deleted everything like literally a second ago. I'm just marking it out real quick. Yeah, it still seems like sellers want a little bit lower. Yeah, there's a 10 a.m. candle. Wow, that candle is crazy. What the hell? You guys saw that? No, that 10 a.m. candle was strong. Okay. You guys saw that? How can I improve my confidence? I keep having my own green trade, but I said super light due to lack of confidence. I would say a big portion of that, bro, is the amount of experience you have with the strategy and the amount of screen time you have in the markets. Remember, the more amount of screen time that you have in the markets and the more experience you have with the strategy, the more you're gonna like notice what mistakes you make in order to filter them out, and the more you're gonna notice just the patterns in the market, like you know what works and what doesn't work. So obviously I can like, let's say for example, right, you're a brand new trader and I give you a 10-hour video explaining an entire strategy, and I give you the computer and I'm like, okay, trade right now, right? Are you going to feel confident? No, because although you watch the video and you know what to look for, you don't have enough screen time experience in the market to really know what patterns the markets will give you. Because obviously it's not as easy as me giving you a video and everyone here's a profitable trader. You know what I mean? So obviously everyone has a lack of confidence, or always starting off, and even still a few months into trading or maybe a year or two into trading. It's because you just need time in the markets, you need experience with the markets. So just give it some time, right? It will slowly grow onto you, and you will notice it. You'll notice it for sure. More screen time, gotta build the rhythm. 100%, bro. 100%. Hey guys, buyers are trying to step in. Fingers crossed we don't flip this candle from green to red, because if we do, then it's just more waiting on our end. I got a question. Why don't you take consideration in a rebalance in price? What do you mean by rebalance? Because remember, everyone has their own like terms and definitions of a rebalance. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are the levels for the entry and the stop? It's right in front of your face, bro. It can't get any more easier to get, bro. Like a huge sell-off. Why aren't you so sure it's just gonna rebalance that and continue lower? Well, it's not that I'm so sure. Okay, it's not that I'm so sure that it's gonna rebalance and go lower. It's just in my strategy, at least, I don't like chasing. I not like, okay, look, for example, take the trade from Wednesday, right? You guys know that Wednesday was a fairly choppy day. We can all agree, right? Throughout the entire day, right? And the market went up all day long, but very slowly, right? For me, the whole reason as to why I wasn't bullish that entire day was because most, if not all of our price targets already got hit. So for the people in the chat telling me, and I'm not gonna say names, but obviously people were telling me, they're like, dude, like, are you dumb? Like, why are you looking to take shorts when the market is only going up? And the same thing goes right back to them. You know what I mean? Like, why are you looking to take longs when the market has only gone up in the market? Yeah, or like in general, right? It just makes no sense, right? Most of your objectives got hit. What you're not gonna have any price targets, and the more objectives that get hit in the market in that direction, the more likely it is to reverse, right? Because obviously, the more levels of liquidity, at least with my reading and understanding and strategy, the more levels of liquidity that we take out in the market, the less likely it is for that direction to be more interested. You get what I'm saying? So for me, if the market already sold off quite a bit, it's either I wait for a reversal or I stay cash. Because obviously we can wait for a reversal and it doesn't happen, and that's fine, right? I can tell you guys, okay, I'm expecting a reversal off this level or off this level, and if it doesn't happen, doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It's just something that I'm expecting. And the reason I'm saying it doesn't mean that I'm wrong is because I'm not trading into that idea. I'm waiting for a reaction. Once I get enough reactions with enough confirmations, then I will take the trade. Like for example, right now, you guys, we have been waiting for the last 30 minutes for a reversal in the market, right? I've been telling you guys, okay, we can reverse off this, we can reverse off this, we can reverse off this. But does that mean that we're wrong? No, we're just waiting. We're not reacting. We're not doing anything. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. What's bid versus buy market? Bid is like you setting a limit order. It's not a guaranteed chance. By the way, guys, we just took out the Asia low. With bid, there isn't a guaranteed chance of you getting filled, but with you buying market, there's pretty much, it's like you're gonna get filled every single time. But you're getting filled at the current market price. With bid, you're getting filled at whatever price you want to get filled at. But price obviously has to shoot down into that price, fill your order, and then do what it wants to do. It's hard. Like it makes more sense while trading options. I don't really know how it works for futures because I've never really tried it. But yeah, guys. So far, yeah, no, we're still kind of selling off here. We just finished taking out the Asia low. Like I said, I'm not planning on chasing anything. I don't want to look into shorts. I get it. The market is selling off like crazy and all that good stuff, but I'm just not interested. But yeah, now if I'm not mistaken, we did create another fair value gap right here on the 5 minute. If I measure this out, it should be more than 40. But yeah, 70 points. Yeah, more than enough. So if anything, maybe we can get a reaction off that Asia low. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll see for now. We'll see for now. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Does anyone have information as to why the market has been selling off so much today? I mean, I don't really think any news came out or anything because Bitcoin is taking a huge dip. Everything is taking a huge dip. Everything. I wonder why. Probably because Nvidia dropped. Probably. I mean, could that be? I mean, I don't know. Because Nvidia has a little bit of choppy. I mean, if the market's maybe I don't know. I don't know. Really hard to tell. Because I don't really think Trump is speaking anymore. He hasn't said anything in a while. It's the last day of the month. Is it? Is it? I thought. Oh, last day to trade August. Oh, I was about to say, it's not the last day of the month. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so far we're still kind of selling off here. I guess we want lower. Like I said, I'm gonna stay on and continue watching to see if we can like get somewhat of a reversal sometime soon. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And even if we want to trade downside today, we haven't had an entry model anywhere either. Let me delete this level so I don't get you guys confused. Hey, David, let's say, for example, all of the London sells and Asia lows have been hit. You can assume to look for a reversal for long. I just heard somewhere in yeah, pretty much. Because remember, the more taking on one level of liquidity, you could start looking for a reversal, but it's not going to be like a very high chance, like a 50-50 probability, right? But the more levels of liquidity that we take out, okay. So let's say, for example, right, with my understanding in the market and my strategy and my experience in the market, the way I've gathered an understanding on the way how reversals work and drawn liquidities work and everything is, okay, the market goes up and down. We all know this, right? And it has a reason as to why it goes up and down. You know what I mean? Obviously, everyone has a reason as to why they want to sell, they want to buy, and all that stuff. And so do the banks, all right? So I've kind of gathered an understanding that the more level, okay, so let's say, for example, right, we have a ton of levels of liquidity to the upside, and we're talking a ton, like very, very strong levels of liquidity to the upside, right? And the market is currently in a bullish trend, right? We know that the market is in a bullish trend due to those levels of liquidity wanting to get taken out. Now, once every single one of those levels of liquidity get taken out one by one, how do I say this? Like, the more levels of liquidity that we take out, the less likely it is that we continue going in that direction. Now, I'm not saying that this is guaranteed, but it just makes sense, right? The more objectives that we have to the upside, the more buyers are going to be interested at the time. Now, while buyers are interested and they continue making the market going up, once they keep hitting their objectives every single time, higher and higher and higher and higher, right? Then they're going to be less interested in making the market go up and less interested in pumping money into the markets, mainly because they're just not interested. They got what they wanted, right? And once they got what they wanted and they're not interested, what is the other side that takes control? The sellers, right? Which kind of like indicates a possible reversal. Let me show you, for example, right? So if you look at my screenshot right over here, right? Take the last two trades that we took, for example, right? The trade from Wednesday, right? On Wednesday, the market pumped up, right? It was in a bullish trend, right? We had the main low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and so on, right? In a bullish trend, right? We have the London high, Asia high, and the final high above, right? We took out the London, we took out the Asia, we tried selling off, but it wasn't enough because buyers wanted a little bit more into where? Well, into the final level of liquidity over at 23,650, right over here, right? So now that we took out this final level of liquidity and we don't have any other levels of liquidity above, what do you think is going to happen? Well, buyers did this whole deal to make the market go up, to take out every single objective. Now that their objectives got hit, they're not going to be as interested. Hence why you saw a huge buying candle here. And once that final level of liquidity got taken out, where buyers, nowhere to be found. Because how is it that we go from creating a huge buying candle into the tiniest candle of the day right after we take out the level of liquidity, the final level of liquidity? Is it a coincidence? I don't think so, right? Because remember, there's no more of an objective to the upside. There's nothing more that buyers want to target for the day, right? Hence why they lost so much interest so quick. And that's why sellers started stepping in and we started going from no buyers, full sellers, inverse, and then we took shorts and look what ended up happening, right? Straight into the downside, right? Into the downside liquidity below, right? Let's take yesterday for an example, right? What did we have? We had the London high, external high. Did we have anything else above? No. How is it that we go from having a straight buying candle into the London and into the external, and out of nowhere, coincidentally, we take out the final drawn liquidity. Buyers aren't able to hold above it. Buyers aren't fighting to hold above it. Keep in mind, because we don't have anything else above. They lose interest pretty much instantly. Well, it's not always going to be instantly, but in this case, it was instantly. Sellers tried stepping in. Buyers tried stepping in a little bit more, but not enough strength, which that would form the MSS model. So in this case, we have the main high, lower high, which means that on the smaller time frame, we're going from creating a bullish trend into now creating a bearish trend. We get a lot of selling, we inverse the fair value gap, we take shorts, and shortly after, this trade ends up resulting in most of our price targets getting hit, that one being the London low. Do you get what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right. But yeah, let me know. And hopefully that makes sense to everyone as well. You know what I mean? But yeah. Thanks for extending. Of course, man. I got you. I got you. We did have a 15-minute fair value gap from yesterday that we could have traded to a downside, but the next level of liquidity was pretty close and not safe to take out. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you're talking about, right? As we wait for a possible DOL sweep, right? You're talking about the 15-minute time frame, right? So you're probably talking about some fair value gap here, right? I would assume, or maybe you're talking about this one, right? Now, let's say you're talking about either or. It doesn't really matter which one you're talking about. It doesn't matter, right? It's the same idea, right? Right here, let's say we have an inverse, and right here, let's say we also have an inverse. With our strategy, although hindsight, yes, we sold off like crazy, but with our strategy, it doesn't make sense to take an inverse off this or off this down here. Well, hindsight, yes, but real time, no, because guys, we don't have a reason to, with our strategy, we don't have a read telling us that we want to go lower. And I get it. Hindsight, yes, it looks like we went lower. I get it. But real time, did we know that the market was going to sell off over 200 points? Not at all. All right. So how exactly are we able to know when to take an inverse off of these 15-minute fair value gaps? Well, it would make more sense if off market open right around here, we pumped up, we took out this high, at least this high over here, and then we sold back down. Then yes, I would have been interested in taking shorts. All right, but in this case, coming into market open, we didn't take out any highs, we didn't get a reading, we didn't get a bias, we didn't get anything, and we just sold off straight down into the London low, inversing the fair value gap, which hindsight, yes, I get it, it worked out. But real time, we did not know it was going to work out. Do you get what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense to you, all right? And same thing goes with this one, right? Sure, you could have inversed this fair value gap if it's even a fair value gap, right? We're just using it as an example. But yeah, sure, you can inverse this fair value gap right over here, right? Well, what read is telling you that we're going to go lower from this fair value gap, right? Do we have a DOL sweep? Do we have room for lower? In fact, we don't have any of those, right? We never took out any of the levels of liquidity above, meaning that we don't have a bias in the market. And we also took out the liquidity to the downside, telling us that we possibly might not have any room for lower if we want to reverse at any given time, and so on, right? So why would you want to take chase shorts off this fair value gap when we took out majority of the levels of liquidity and we never had anything in the first place telling us that we were bearish, right? Or like a bearish bias? Because I get it, the trend is bearish, but our bias could be, the other way around. All right, guys. I thought if we go below the London and Asia, we're indicating that we're bearish. In some cases, yes, I guess you can argue with that. But it gets to the point that, let's say, for example, you're going to take this one. We've already sold off so much off market open that I don't know. You could for sure trade it, but it just wouldn't feel as confident, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can always take it for sure if we hold below a certain level of liquidity for some time and with enough volume. But it's like, it's not always going to be the best trade that you could possibly take for the day, right? It's going to be more of like a FOMO chasing type of trade. That's what I would say. But yeah, oh, by the way, guys, we just took out another level of liquidity over at 20,434. So let's see if we can get another reversal here. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if we don't get a reversal of this one, I'm just gonna get off, bro. I don't wanna waste all of you guys' time when the market is gonna be going down all day. All right, guys. And like I said, I don't care if we go down. I am not interested in shorts. I'm not gonna chase. All right, that is not how we trade here. I really appreciate it. Also, I got you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I marked everything as red of what I had lately because I was just so flooded. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see. So far, yeah, it's like I don't get it. Every single time that it looks like we're gonna sweep in reverse, we get the green candle, and then out of nowhere we just completely like invalidate that whole move up to that we had there. Yeah, look at ES, look at NQ. Yeah, right back down. Do you trust that small 5 minute fair value gap that just formed? This one right here, no, no. If anything, just take this one. I mean, it's literally the same thing. You know what I mean? Either way, if you take this one, you're gonna have to worry about the other one above. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just look to inverse this one, if that's gonna be the case. Yeah. How come your 434 level is my 428 level on the chart? It hasn't even taken on my chart because you're probably looking at the MNQ1 chart. I'm currently looking at NQ1. Sometimes when there's a lot of volume, it might be a little bit of points different. It happens. It happens. It's because they both get the same data, but it's just I guess some receive it a little bit later. You know what I mean? But yeah. I gotta get water. Yeah, by the way, guys, how did you guys do this week? Green? Dude, I'm green as fuck. Break even? Green, green. A little bit red. Okay. Green, 1K account for 3 accounts. Red. Okay, bad. I'm seeing more green than red for sure. Up pretty much $2,000 on the week. Missed a big trade yesterday. Dude, I mean, you're up enough, bro. Up 400. Not bad, not bad. You got the Apex payout? Nice. Okay, I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm looking to request a payout very soon again, bro. This week was literally life changing, bro. And I get it. The start of this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The start of this week was a little bit iffy, but we made it work. We made it work for sure. Robinson Krabby, he's chill, bro. He joined a few days ago. Right now, he's just doing his own job. Right now, he's trading as well. Any crazy news next week? Yeah, let's go ahead and plan it out. Okay, so first things first. Next week we obviously once again, guys. Next week we have Mondays are closed. Oh yeah, no. Oh my, yo, guys, check this out. Okay, so next week obviously Monday there is no news because it is Labor Day, guys. The market will not be opened on Monday. I need you guys to understand this. All right, do not come into the chat on Monday saying, yo, where's the live training, where are the alerts, and get mad because there's no alerts. All right, guys, there's no alerts because obviously the markets are going to be closed. All right, there's not much I can do. There's not anything I can do, in fact. All right, neither can you. All right, guys. Anyways, so Tuesday we have PMI at 10. Wednesday we have Jolt at 10. Thursday we have PMI at 10. And then Friday we have NFP. Oh my, yo, next week could either be a big miss or a big hit. We'll see. We'll see for sure. But damn, most of the news this next week is gonna be 10 a.m. news. So 30 minutes after market opens. Okay. But definitely pretty looked up to week, I guess. Pretty interesting week. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for sure. But yeah. Yo, Blas, I've been racing with my C40 450 and C43. And I've been losing hella because everyone is not stock. Final shot with me losing to no second. Down by stage 1 from yo. Dude, the villain arc, bro. Bro, is this right now, Charizard? Yo, some people, bro. Anyways, guys, we're getting a little bit of a reversal here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or at least we're trying to. Let me not jinx it. You know what I mean? I feel like anytime I say something, it always does the opposite. But yeah. Yeah, I think we can probably work with something like this. Like I said, guys, today, and by the way, for those probably that might have tuned in after I said it, guys, today I will not be trading for myself. I'm just tape reading today. Like, I want to get on, obviously, chat with you guys, just look at the markets. If you guys want to take my ideas, you definitely can. Obviously, up to your own risk. But yeah, today I'm just tape reading. Like, I'm just kind of like back testing for myself. So, I mean, so I can get an understanding of the market. But yeah, if you guys ever want to take, like, if you guys want to take my ideas, obviously, you know, manage your own risk and everything, and just take it. You know what I mean? But yeah, right now, guys, wait. Oh, I was about to say, I feel like we took out the final level of liquidity, but now we have a little bit more below at 371. I don't know if you see that. I don't know if this is gonna be a pullback or a full-on reversal off the DOL sweep. It does seem like sellers are trying to get weak, or are getting a little bit weaker because we have straight selling. We took out the level of liquidity. We had a buying candle, another buying candle, and a full buying candle breaking past previous highs. And keep in mind, guys, we haven't broken a single high today until right now. So this is definitely something different going on. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let me kind of put this out real quick. Because, yeah, no, we're actually pumping up like crazy here. But yeah, once again, guys, like I said, I'm just tape reading. Like, I'm just like looking at the market. So if you guys want to trade into it, you definitely could. It's going to be your own trade. But for me, I just want to see. I just want to see the reactions and how the market plays out and so on and so on. All right, guys. So I don't want anyone to blame me. I get it. You guys blame me all the time, whether it's some trades or not. But for today, like I said, I'm just you know, just watching. All right, guys. We're in the fair value. Yeah, I know. I see. Let me see. I constantly hear your waiting sound when I'm on live on stage. Well, make sure you're clicking join stage. I mean, what will be a good entry? Well, I would say above the inverse would be pretty good. But like I said, guys, I'm not really like suggesting any trades today or anything. I'm just literally just kind of backtesting. And if you guys want to take the trade and want to take the risk, then go ahead. All right. But for me, like I said, I'm just watching the markets for today. I'm not looking to trade or anything. I just want to get some backtesting done. Very risky trade. I'm not gonna say it's risky, but I'm definitely gonna say it's a lot less. The probability is a little bit lower, just because obviously we're trying to take longs kind of at the bottom. So there's like we're getting confirmations in terms of a reversal, but it's not enough confirmations to know that the trend is bullish. You get what I'm saying? So you're kind of like trading into anticipating the reversal of the trend. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, guys, it's up to you if you guys want to take it. It's not gonna be my problem or anything. You know what I mean? I'm just like I said today. I'm just reading. I'm just looking at the market. If you like that, if you like what you see, then do you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see if the buying pressure can even hold to inverse this gap here. How many points would we pump up? What, like maybe like my guess would be like what 25, 27, 38. Oh my. Okay, that's actually something. Okay. But yeah, once again, just for today, guys, you know, if you want to take this trade, it's kind of completely up to you. Like it's all optional. Like consider your own trade. You know what I mean? It's always optional. Well, the MIT. No, I said a million times. I'm not. I made enough money this week. It's always no. Well, you'd be surprised, bro. A lot of it's like I give it an order. I'm like, oh guys, I'm in, or oh guys, this, or guys that, and let's say it doesn't go in our way. People blame me. They're like, dude, why'd you make me lose? Like, bro, I didn't make you do shit. How confident on this reversal? I don't know. There's not enough data for me to really tell you guys if we're reversing or not. We do have the deal wall sweep for now. As obviously, as long as we hold above it, we're gonna have the deal wall sweep above this level of liquidity and all that good stuff. But I don't know. I mean, the market already has sold off like over 200 points. So it's a little hard. Yeah, so far it seems like we're kind of rejecting off the midpoint from that fair value gap, whether we want to continue lower or not. I mean, to be fair, we might have a reason to go lower. I don't know how confident I am in going lower, but we do have some 371. Am I saying to trade into it? No. I mean, I'm just saying that it's a possibility. We still have room for lower, if that's what we want to do. But I'm hoping we can reverse here. I mean, it'll be the best. I mean, I hope the market can have a healthy recovery here, but we'll see. We'll see. That level where bounce, wait, that level where it bounces off was an old all-time high that was pretty respected. However, it could go higher. I don't really trade when levels get taken out. I don't really look to respect them anymore. But we all, I mean, everyone has like different trading styles. For me, I trade based off more of liquidity. Liquidity sweeps and all that stuff. There's a lot of people that trade support and resistance, supply and demand, and so on. Oh, I think I see what the issue was as to why the market sold off today. Um, Let me see. Hold on, guys. I just Let me see. I literally had it right here. So the reason the market was selling off or sold off so much today, guys, was because of Nvidia. And the main reason for that is because apparently Alibaba was developing a new AI chip to help fill Nvidia's void in China. So I guess that's what the case was. I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. I mean, dude, look at this, guys. So yeah, I guess it's just like a competitor news. Obviously, you guys know Nvidia is the giant of the market, right? Yeah, it's literally the biggest stock in the market, one of them at least. So if their competitor is doing better, obviously Nvidia takes a hit. If Nvidia takes a hit, the market takes a hit as well, since the market is following Nvidia mainly because of the market cap. So yeah, so now that we look at Alibaba, we can see exactly what happened. So once again, for those wondering why the market sold off today, it wasn't because of Trump, it wasn't because of war, it wasn't because of tariff, it wasn't because of any of that. It was because Nvidia, or Wall Street Journal reports Alibaba develops a new AI chip to help fill Nvidia's void in China because apparently something's going on with the chips in China. I don't know. I'm not an Nvidia expert, right? But from what I'm seeing, that's what the case was. All right, so obviously with Alibaba developing the new chip, we are pumping up in Alibaba. And if we look at Nvidia, we are obviously gapped down because their competitor is doing better, right? So yeah, we'll see how that holds up. Obviously I don't really think it's gonna be like a perma dump, but it's definitely a pullback that that Nvidia had. You know what I mean, or like a little dump that Nvidia had. So for those wondering, once again, for what ended up happening and why NQ took such a big hit, it's crazy how one stock has so much power over everything else, bro. That is crazy, bro. But yeah. Oh my, yo, do guys, I'm looking down at my phone just reading some tweets, and I look up and we just fully reversed here. Oh my god. Okay. Nvidia is 13% of Nas's weight. Well, that 13% is fucking killing the markets this season, like, bro. But that's from what I know as to what's causing the market to sell off. Maybe it's another reason. I don't know. I don't know. From what I've seen, it's just Nvidia. David Gamble? Nah, bro. Dude, I love the idea of gambling, bro. And when I do it, bro, and I lose everything, it's the biggest regret ever, bro. Whether I lost $20, $100, or whatever, dude, it's the biggest regret. You always leave green on blackjack, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but you probably already jinxed it, bro. Man, the setup is looking sketchy. Like I said, man, I'm not really telling you guys to take it. Like, if you want to take a go, it's up to you. I'm just watching it for myself. I'm not gonna trade it. I'm just watching it, guys. I've told you guys 1,000,001 times. I'm literally just tape reading. I'm back testing for myself for today and all that good stuff. If you guys want to take it and for yourself and you like the setup enough, go ahead. I mean, it's up to you. Free will. All right, but I'm not suggesting to take it or anything. I'm not gonna tell you guys whether I'm in or not because I'm not gonna take it. All right. I'm just simply just watching it. Simple as that. I think Apex knows when they do 90% off, most people just gamble it. Yeah, I mean, is that Apex's fault though? No. I mean, it's smart. I mean, let's be honest here. If you were a platform CEO and you knew that people don't really like take your like most people, like most of your customers don't take your account seriously, I mean, dude, it's literally a money glitch. Right? You and that's no one's fault but the people that gamble it, right? So you can't be like, oh my god, dude, these platforms only wish on us on our downfall, blah blah. No, you wish on your own downfall. You know what I mean? Like, you're the one gambling the account. You get what I'm saying? Business, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, business is business. You're the one that's gambling it. So the one thing I really hate when people say like, oh, prop firms are made to make you lose. No, you're not. They're really not. Because if you're a real trader and you trade by your rules, you shouldn't have an issue passing these accounts. You shouldn't have an issue requesting these payouts. You shouldn't have an issue following the rules or anything. Because if you really read those rules, sure, it might seem like there's like a whole playbook of rules on Apex. But if you really read the rules, those rules are just reworded saying just don't gamble, right? Don't full port. Don't, hold all your losses, all that stuff. It's as simple as that, man. So the same people that complain are the same people that can't really even pass an eval account. You get what I'm saying? I wish Apex had an end of day drawdown. Yeah, though, that's one thing that I really wish for. If there's one thing I could change with Apex, it's for sure the drawdown. That's literally the only flaw in the firm. The only downfall or the only flaw in that firm is that drawdown, bro. That's the one thing that gets me and many people at the same time. Let me catch up with YouTube. I haven't read YouTube in such a long time. Hold up, let me get something here. Okay. All right, guys. I've said it like a million times that I'm not taking it. I'm not suggesting it. I'm not taking it. I'm literally just watching it. If you like what you see and you want to take your own trade, go ahead. But just for today, like I said, I've made more than enough money this week. I don't want to risk anymore. Like, I'm happy with what I made this week. So I'm just getting on today to back test, learn something new from the market and, just be on. I guess if you guys want to take it for yourself, obviously go ahead. If it doesn't work out, then you took the risk. You know what I mean? But yeah, just for today, I'm not gonna give you guys or tell you guys whether I'm in or not, because like I said, I'm just not gonna take it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Looking at the price now, it's getting a little slow. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Maybe a little bit of indecision. Maybe I'm not sure, but it's definitely looking a little bit slower. I mean, we were getting a full-on sell-off with a full-on reversal, and then out of nowhere we approached the fair value gap, and it's prices. It's flat out. You know what I mean? Why can't we see blast balance anymore? Well, you could. I'm gonna do it every day after the stream ends. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people were DMing me saying that with the balance in the way and the actual chart being a little bit small, people were struggling seeing the whole screen and they couldn't really tell what levels I had or what chart I had or whatever. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm gonna be showing my full screen, my full chart screen, which is what's important right now. And at the end of every trade, I'll kind of just switch my P&L over to my to my balance, or I'll switch the overlay of the screen to my balance, and I'll show you guys how much I'm up or down. Yeah, right now, yeah, exactly. The balance is not really something that's really too important to anyone. Bas, where do you get the 23? Oh yeah, so look, if you're trading on if you're charting on MNQ1 instead of NQ1, like the micros version, your level would be marked out at 427. But if you're on NQ, you would see it at 434. Yes, I will be doing it. Yes, but sometime in the future. Right now, I'm not really focused on that. I'm trying to secure a pretty big payout, so I need to be fully locked in. I mean, I can't be managing such big size with so many people. You know, it's a lot more pressure. So I'll put that on pause for a little bit. But yes, I will be doing it. That makes 100%, bro. 100%. I got you. But yeah, let's see. I mean, buyers are stepping in. We're getting neighbors. Like I said, I'm not gonna suggest anything today. I'm just literally just watching the market. But I'm not gonna lie, the volume does look a little bit iffy. It's definitely slowing down. I mean, we are slowly approaching to lunch hour, so I guess that could be the case. But for the most part, that probably is the case. Yeah, just very slow volume. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you see a setup during the PM, no, I can't be on during the PM. I have to go get a haircut later on in the afternoon. So regardless, if I'm not gonna trade either way, like if I'm done for the week, why would I be on for the PM? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so far in terms of volume, this thing is looking a little slow. I'm not gonna lie, a little slow. But like I said, guys, once again, if for those tuning in or whatever, I'm not taking this trade. I'm not gonna suggest taking this trade. It's up to you. If you like what you see, go ahead. You know, it's up to you. But for me, I'm not really gonna. I'm just literally watching it. I just want to make that super clear. This is just like commentary type. It's like a commentary tape reading type of day today. I'm just backtesting for myself and just seeing what the market wants to do off certain setups. In your screen into it. Yeah. But yeah, by the way, guys, for the explanations, let me see. Why are you showing us something you don't want to take? Well, because I'm just tape reading. I mean, I wasn't really planning on getting on live today, but I typically get on to answer questions and, you know, obviously have the chart on the screen. And it's just how I backtest as well. And by the way, guys, and yeah, it's also my job. Because, bro, I promise you guys, look, this is gonna sound crazy, but anytime I say that I'm staying cash for a certain day, like let's say for example, right off open, I'm like, okay, oh guys, I don't really feel like trading today, bro. The amount of people that like, I don't know how to explain it, that just leave the server and I'm like, dude, I missed one day, like what the fuck. So whether I'm trading or not, people always want me on. I don't know why. It's like I hope you guys don't have some like weird obsession over me or something, bro. I'm not anyone special, bro. I promise you guys, I'm not anyone special. But like I promise you guys, like I don't get on for a day, and it's like, yo, where'd you go? Like, yo, where are the trades at, bro? Like, are you gonna trade today? I'm like, no, like, bro, I'm just taking a day off. You know what I mean, and it's like I take a day off, and everyone leaves the Discord. Like they literally leave the Discord. Like they'll click the leave button on the Discord. I'm like, yo, all I did was just not trade for a day, bro. Like what the hell? But yeah, it's crazy. So whether I'm cash or not, bro, I always stay on whether I want to answer some questions or just be on. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, I'm not really doing anything better for the morning. So but and by the way, guys, with the explanation that I gave you guys today, did you guys like it or no? Like, did you guys understand it? Like in terms of like why I was expecting the market to reverse from where and why and so on. Yeah, no, this volume is super slow. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This thing is not it, bro. I already know if I would have taken this dude, I would have been pulling my hair off, bro. This thing is so. Okay, and keep in mind that ES is still inside of this bearish rally gap that we inverse on in Q, so we'll see. But for the most part, it doesn't really matter whether it's slow or not because I'm gonna get off very very soon, because I have to go get ready for that haircut. I'll put this over to the side real quick. Okay, for the most part, I just want to see if this holds in such a selling market. I want to see how this holds, if it does hold. Okay, guys, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Yeah, bro, take it easy, bro. If you're gonna get off, take it easy. Take it easy. God, dude, this volume is slow as hell. That's. Would you have considered investing the news count? I'm assuming you meant inversing the news candle at 8 in the morning. No, I already explained. I explained why. There just wasn't any confirmations. There wasn't any read at first to have a bearish bias. Yeah, I got you, Chris. I got you, man. Yeah, the volume's already slowing down, so I'm already considering getting off very soon. If this is gonna do anything. Let me check a ES real quick. Yeah, it is rejecting off that fair value gap. So I guess the whole reason as to why it's kind of slowing down, not only is volume slow, but ES is also rejecting off this bearish value gap. And ES never took out that level of liquidity either. But I don't know if ES is the one that's leading today. You ended up taking it, Artie? It's a little slow, I will say though. Yo, David, thanks for this week. It's been gold. See you next week. Long weekend, right? Yes, long weekend. Monday. Once again, markets are closed on Monday. All right, markets are closed on Monday. Keep that in mind. Doing. Nah, you're good then. You're good. Just remember to ask. Wait, what? What was that again? Oh, I know. Yeah, nah. This volume is slow as hell. All right, guys, stop. Yeah, no, the volume was just too slow in general. Mines are off ES inverse in the 5 minute. The pressure can kick in by then. I don't really think so. I mean, dude, we're approaching the lunch hour, so I don't really know. I don't really think so. Should I recommend an entry? I never recommended an entry in the first place. I literally, bro, how many times did I repeat it, bro? I never recommended an entry in the first place. I told you guys, I'm just watching it. Did I not say it though? I mean, if you want to, I mean, it would just be off the break above, but like I said, just not with this volume. Am I, bro? Come on now, bro. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. But yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna get off, but this price is getting way too slow, and I'm not trying to spend the Friday like looking at this price if I'm not even gonna bother taking anything. Do you consider that that was bearish? I don't really go based off candle patterns. I don't really think that works, Minty. Slow market, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, I was gonna stay cash today regardless, no matter what. So I'm actually pretty glad that me alongside. I'm assuming most of you avoided today, unless you guys took the risk on this one. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, just very slow. I don't know. Make a pull. Yeah, let me see. Okay, I put it. I'm sure you guys are saying. I've seen a lot more no's than yes, which is a good thing, of course. Yeah, definitely a lot more no's than yes. All right, bet. How's the market slow if we have consistent 30 to 40 point candles? It's not that it's slow in terms of volume, it's the momentum. We're not getting like a clear momentum, you know, for a direction. That's what I consider slow. And also volume, of course. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I think for the meantime, are you guys down to get off? This thing is, yeah, the momentum is definitely dying down. I guess the market is kind of done where it's at right now. And also have to get ready to get a haircut. But yeah. It's exhausted for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably see something during the PM session, but I would just say avoid it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready. But if anything, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right, guys. Remember, I'll be doing the giveaway on Tuesday. If you guys obviously want to enter, you guys don't know the details. But yeah, other than that, man, I am getting off. All right, guys. There's not much to really read here in the market. It's a little bit slow in terms of momentum. And there's not much we can really work with. The only thing that we had to work with, it was a little bit slow inside of the fair value cap and it just didn't hold in general. All right, can we trade Monday? No, bro. You cannot trade Monday. All right, guys. But anyways, man, I'm getting off. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys are able to enjoy the stream. Like I said, today I pretty much stayed cash. I just got on to kind of tape read and see what the market was having. Didn't really respect the stuff that I was looking at. Not that I really took it or anything, but I just wanted to see how it would have reacted. Not much to really work with here, so I'm just gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother looking at the market for today. But yeah, if anything, I will be back to trading, my alerts and everything on Tuesday. So I will see you guys then. Remember, the markets are closed on Monday. And if you guys do want to join the premium with 60% off, guys, click the first link in the description or the link in the chat. And if you guys use code 60, which is 60 in the promo code, it will apply 60% off any premium upgrade. If you guys want to join and get access to the real-time trading alerts and real-time live trading and so much more, like trading education, the community, long-term investments, commentary, and just so much more. All right, guys. But other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right.